quantum eraser. He moves through the world with purpose and grace, destroying beliefs at steadfast pace, asking what's science and what's math. His wisdom cuts through like tempered glass. They call him Huey, the quantum eraser. A master archer with bow in hand, his aim is true across the land, not just in science, but in every heart. He hits his mark with a steady heart. They call him Huey, the quantum eraser. It's all too easy for him when he takes the stage. With every word he states, they feel the rage. His presence alone rattles that cage. The crayon-eating numpties are running out of time. They call him Huey, the quantum eraser. With every swing of the cowbell, the illusion fades. And with each strike, the glow bursts, illusion degrades. Huey's treatments, they cure them of their plight. Guide them toward truth with all his might. They call him Huey, quantum eraser. The hardest thing about being a Glover, tell your daddy you're gay, also gay. That's why they need Huey's treatment. They call him Huey, quantum eraser. They call him Huey, the quantum eraser.
The PhD, booger-eating schmuck, M Scott Veach, May 2021.
They figured out what the cause of a perturbation in the orbit was.
What the hell did you just say?
Perturbation? What the hell is that? Is it a pissed off retribution or contribution? The term you're looking for is perturbation. You dumbass cracker.
I'm telling you the answer right now. You can get equations that'll tell you how it works.
Wrong. Clumsy non sequitur fallacy. Equations, at the very best, only describe the what's and the is's. They don't explain the how's.
Merle is going to whip out them equations.
Can we record? I hope someone's recording this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying is derivable from inside the field equations. You can get a way to look at it that looks exactly like Newton looked at it by using the equations and manipulating them in different ways.
Yeah, sure. I'd say there's a better chance of Liberace being resurrected sporting a purple tutu and jumping on a chartreuse-hobbled unicorn and riding around the Sombrero Galaxy.
Here's another fact, though, about these two things, and I think this is really telling, I think, as to what we mean when we say subsumed.
No, Crayon Muncher. Not what you or the rest of your mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging, pretender clown morons mean when they use a term. It's what the term is defined as. Subsume simply means to absorb, contain, or include something into something else. Einstein didn't subsume squat from Newton. Einstein superseded, replaced, and toppled Newton from the friggin' throne. From your alma mater wiki, Newton's classical mechanics were superseded in the early 20th century when Albert Einstein developed the special and general theory of relativity.
Uh-oh!
From Science Alert, the mathematical equations of Einstein's general theory of relativity, tested time and time again, are currently the most accurate way to predict gravitational interactions, replacing those developed by Isaac Newton several centuries prior.
Uh-oh!
From Douglas Klein, professor of physics, Phys Libre text, Newton's two crowning achievements, the laws of motion and the laws of gravitation, that had reigned supreme since published in the Principia in 1687, were toppled from the throne by Einstein.
Uh-oh!
And the final skull crusher, from Andrea Ghez, UCLA professor of physics and astronomy. Einstein's right, at least for now, said Ghez, a co-lead author of the research. We can absolutely rule out Newton's law of gravity.
Hosmer with a drive. Cheese and crackers.
Fatality.
Newsflash, booger eater. You don't subsume something. You've superseded, replaced, toppled from the throne, and ruled out. Next block of instruction, how to sit on the ground. The next quarter stick of dynamite up the ass, sit down on a bonfire routine. We have this.
Basically, Newton's equations are already embedded into Einstein's equations. They're there in there, exactly as he wrote them already.
Then this.
You can derive and end up with exactly the same equations as Newton had.
Are you high right now?
Scotty. If Newton's equations are already embedded in Einstein's equations exactly as Newton wrote them, then why would you need to derive Newton's equations from Einstein's equations? Do you know what a bash yourself in the face with a spade shovel, double-speaking contradiction is?
With Einstein's field equations, if you look at those equations and start to figure out what all they imply, you can derive and end up with exactly the same equations as Newton had.
It's funny, these crayon-munching window lickers been claiming this for a couple years now. Whenever challenged to support this contradictory cockamamie horsepucky dumpster fire, they obfuscate or run away. First of all, this isn't science. It's mathematics, specifically geometry. How in the world can the natural law violating Einstein's field equations, which pertain to pseudo-Riemannian 4 space, have anything whatsoever to do with Euclidean 3 space? Answer, it doesn't. It's non sequitur. Hey, bald-tard bozos, you're missing a dimension.
Ay, caramba!
Number 2, disregarding their ability to even define mass. With Reverend John Michel Cavendish C.V. Boy's gravity, remember Newton said he didn't want to have anything to do with the fairy tale horseshit gravity, there's no problems calculating with 2 or more masses. However, with Einstein's field equations, you can't calculate anything using 2 or more masses. From their alma mater wiki, as the field equations are nonlinear, they cannot always be completely solved. For example, there is no known complete solution for a space-time with 2 massive bodies in it. So unless you have a completely empty universe, or a universe with only one mass, you can't use Einstein's field equations. Number 3. If Einstein's field equations contain newtons for gravity, then Einstein's field equations in general relativity debunks special relativity.
You are so dumb. Damn.
From Britannica.com. Because Isaac Newton's law of gravity serves so well in explaining the behavior of the solar system, the question arises why it was necessary to develop a new theory of gravity. The answer is that Newton's theory violates special relativity, for it requires an unspecified action at a distance, through which any two objects, such as the sun and the earth, instantaneously pull each other, no matter how far apart. However, instantaneous response would require the gravitational interaction to propagate at an infinite speed, which is precluded by special relativity. From Professor John D. Norton, Department of History and Philosophy of Science, University of Pittsburgh. Newton's celebrated theory of gravitation presumed instantaneous action at a distance. The sun now exerts a gravitational force on the earth, now with a magnitude set by Newton's inverse square law. The key part was the now. If the sun were to move slightly, the resulting alteration in the force it exerts on the earth would be felt by us instantaneously, according to Newtonian theory. That means that Newton's theory depends upon the notion of absolute simultaneity. A change there is felt here at the same moment. However, Einstein's 1905 theory had banished absolute simultaneity from physics. And finally, another tiny little problem. From Warwick University, UK. The problem is that the equations, Einstein's field equations, require the energy and momentum to be defined precisely at every space-time point, which contradicts the uncertainty principle for quantum states. This is not just a problem at high energies or short distances, it is a conceptual incompatibility that applies in every lab.
Fatality.
Not only is every appeal to fairy tale gravity demonstrable pseudoscience, the incoherent Dunning-Kruger-Baltard booger-eater faction's shotgun marriage between Reverend John Michel, Cavendish, C.V. Boys, and Einstein's field equations, general relativity, containing no less than 4 paradoxes, rivals only the shotgun marriage between bachelors.
What do you mean by substantiate the physicality claim?
Yeah, can you physically substantiate the claimed curve of the Earth?
Sure, you can. What do you mean? You can go touch it? Is that what you want to do?
I can go touch it. How is that?
Well, you identify where your horizon is, then you can go touch your horizon.
Are you serious? Are you? You're taking the science, you're testing the science, and then you're using it to build things.
What on earth does that mean, Veach? Farmers testing the science.
You'll come up with an experiment, or you'll come up with some observation that will test the hypothesis. It's like what you guys usually refer to as the scientific method. So you test some ideas in science.
Give me an example.
You have a hypothesis about an alloy of metal that will be stronger than some other alloy. So you come up with a way to test whether it is indeed stronger or not.
Wrong. Testing the strengths of alloys is not a viable scientific hypothesis. Scientific hypotheses are predictional suppositions in the natural cause and effect relationship how-why questions. Testing the strengths of alloys is a what-is question. You'd fail 5th grade general science for the 87,000th 695th time.
So hold on. So you're trying to find out if a metal is stronger than a previous
an
metal.
alloy. Let's say you think an alloy will be stronger under certain temperatures because of some theory you have. You say, I have a theory, I hypothesized.
Wrong. You're delusional and bass-ackwards. Scientific theories are the result of validated hypotheses. From the University of Rochester PhysicsLabs.edu, a scientific theory represents a hypothesis or group of related hypotheses which has been confirmed through repeated experimental tests. So you don't have a theory, then hypothesize. You observe a natural phenomena, then hypothesize, then validate your alternative hypothesis via experiment, which then results in a scientific theory. You're equivocating fallacy, a colloquial theory, with an actual scientific theory, then inverting it to conjure your horse-pucky bollocks. You're a perturbuting putz.
Well, I have that theory because of the way that covalent bonds work.
You don't have a scientific theory, numbnuts, as I quite effortlessly demonstrated. And covalent bonds? What the f***? Booger-eating baby Huey, why are you in this discussion? Or any discussion outside singing your ABCs, for that matter. Have you ever heard the mantra, better to be silent and thought a fool than to open up your ball-tarred blowhole and remove all doubt?
Look at you, big dummy.
Covalent bonds occur between two non-metallic atoms. Metallic bonds occur among, wait for it, metal atoms, including alloys, and ionic bonds form between metals and nonmetals. From Callister, W.D., Material Science and Engineering, an Introduction, 2007, 7th edition. Alloys are defined by a metallic bonding character. Duh! Yud Bolo, Junior High, Intro to Chemistry.
Well, I'm trying to find out where the science is. Where in nature have you observed this?
It was about 20 yards from my front door.
Oh, brother. Something incredibly moronic. This way comes.
You saw something outside your front door, yeah? So go on then, walk us through it then. Outside your front door, what did you see?
Yep. And I saw covalent bonds in objects.
Folks, this is by far the most frightening clinical level Dunning-Kruger delusional I've ever witnessed in my life. Nobody has ever seen covalent bonds. You're not seeing them with either electron or atomic force microscopy. You're most certainly not seeing them in objects outside your front door. You need serious professional help, Veach. Quick. Now, in what can only be termed as shocking, a fellow Baltard, Branch, smells the inane horse-pucky and calls the PhD booger-eating schmuck out. It's going to take a little time because the intellectual and emotional age 4-year-old senses his goose is cooked and acts like a spoiled toddler that just got caught with his hand in a cookie jar. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, keep in mind this isn't your average skank and file spinning space monkey. This is a grown adult, self-purported PhD holder.
Prepare yourself.
Here we go.
How did you see them?
Just to look really carefully. They look really close.
Where?
Everywhere.
But
So, let's review what Veach said. Veach said he walked outside, saw alloys.
Covalent bond is between
I can't hear you guys. You guys are all talking to each other.
I'm sorry, it's between atoms.
You gotta be one at a
Covalent
time.
bonds are
Guys.
between atoms.
I can't hear either one of you.
When you start making alloys, the whole point of an
You guys
alloy.
keep over talking to each other. I can't.
You're not helping, Branch.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to distinguish why covalent bonds
I can't understand
how fucking alloys work.
I can't understand.
They're not.
I can't
No,
understand.
I mean, you got to understand that a covalent bond is not.
I I can't
What
understand
makes
you.
alloys have their properties?
I can't understand you when you're over talking to.
Yeah, you can't understand him when he's over talking people, eh? For the last 30 seconds, he's been trying calmly to get his death blow to your clinical level Dunning-Kruger dumbass out, which you surprisingly immediately sensed. Then started on your projectile diarrhea of the mouth feeble last port in a storm attempt to derail him. It's not gonna work this time, Motor Mouth.
All right. No one's talking, right?
Chemo.
No, Chemo's not talking, Veach.
You can't hear Chemo?
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everyone's sure.
Yeah, let me refresh.
Yeah.
He's talking right now?
Yeah, right now.
OMG. From a delusional clinical level Dunning-Kruger pretender clown, PhD. You hearing Chemo voices, Veach?
He's not talking for me.
Yeah, we know.
Peter.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for clarifying that, Terry. Thank you so much for being clear
Thanks,
about
Terry.
that. Very helpful.
Damn it, Terry. Now we got to listen to Brian.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I can't hear
I
Brian.
didn't realise that one. And I'm normally the one that doesn't.
Here it comes. Loud and clear.
I was just trying to say, Scott. Seems like Chemo's not talking, but covalent bonds is not what gives properties to alloys.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Out of here! Look behind me! Oh, it's a twister! It's a twister!
You're busted.
Say hello to my little friend!
Oh, I guess my observer's phenomenal.
What the hell did you just say?
My observer's.
Do you speak any English?
Oh, I guess my observer's phenomena was wrong then, huh?
Yes, Scotty, your observer's phenomena was wrong.
Oh, really?
What is a covalent bond, Scott?
I forget. Tell me, is that the one where if you're in love, but you also want to be dating other people?
No,
wait,
it's between atoms.
That's polyamorous.
Covalent bonds are between atoms.
Oh, I see.
I bet. So now the PhD in only what can be described as saving his integrity from the depths of the abyss and now establishing a maturity level seldom reached by humans, exclaims he got confused between covalent bonds and polyamorous bonding. Folks, polyamorous bonding is a puke-worthy, feebly veiled reference to orgies.
When you make an alloy, the whole point of an alloy, mixing them without actually reacting that
that makes so much more sense.
It's not about covalent bonds. I'm just saying, Scott, it was wrong, buddy.
Okay.
Scott has no clue what he's talking
And the
about.
drunk.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's why the experiment went wrong, and now I know. Thank you.
Like I said,
So-
bro, it's okay to be wrong, Scott. It's okay to be
I know,
wrong.
exactly.
Just remember, it's not the covalent bonds.
Yeah, I got that now. I was thinking of polyamorous bonding. My bad.
Baby Huey, polyamorous bugger lover, you will never, ever recover.
You know who this is? No. Bye-bye, lard ass.
In the fragile realm where mysteries abide, there walks a man with knowledge as his guide. They called him Huey. quantum eraser. He moves through the world with purpose and grace, destroying beliefs at steadfast pace, asking what's science and what's math. His wisdom cuts through like tempered glass. They call him Huey, the quantum eraser. A master archer with bow in hand, his aim is true across the land, not just in science, but in every heart. He hits his mark with a steady heart. They call him Huey, quantum eraser. It's all too easy for him when he takes the stage. With every word he states, they feel the rage. His presence alone rattles that cage. The crayon-eating numpties are running out of time. They call him Huey, the quantum eraser. With every swing of the cowbell, the illusion fades, and with each strike, the glow-burst illusion degrades. Huey's treatments, they cure them of their plight, guide them toward truth with all his might. They call him Huey, quantum eraser. The hardest thing about being a Glover is tell your daddy you're gay, oh so gay. That's why they need Huey's treatment. They call him Huey, quantum eraser. They call him Huey, the quantum eraser.